winter is, let's say, is here. At least for us in Alaska, winter is already here. We already got snow on the ground, and it is very doubtful that that snow is gonna melt. In fact, we are in the 20s, and soon enough, I would say in another week or two, we're gonna see not negatives, but in the teens. So winter is here, and I need now to change from my shoulder bag, which is the one that I carry throughout summer and spring, and I push it a little bit into fall. If that is something here in Alaska. Fall in Alaska is about 2 weeks. Spring in Alaska is about 2 weeks, and the other 2 months are summer. So, but the rest of it is winter. So now I have to switch things around to my bigger backpack, because there I have extra clothes and things to keep me warm. And that's the whole idea. Stay warm and staying dry. That is key. Now, I want to share with you a couple of things that, over the years I have seen people do, and people making mistakes of doing it. Let's just say that. And of course, I'm going to share with y'all the things that I do and the things that have worked out for me. That way you can pick and choose whatever you want to do and apply it to yourself. First of all, the first thing that I do, during that transition is I switch my firearms. Yes, I have to switch my firearms because essentially what I use during spring, summer, and late fall is an AR-10, a 308, and a Ruger 1022. Now, why I'm switching this? Well, both of those are semi-auto. And semi-auto, and although I did test the AR-10 extensively during winter, and it did perform really well, semi-autos, in my opinion, are not 100% reliable when it comes to winter. When it gets really cold, again, I tested it and it performed, but might as well go with the sure thing, right? Especially since both of those firearms do have scope. And in my experience, and I have really good scopes on them, sometimes when you take them out of the car, that contrast of, warm and cold, the scopes fog a little bit. So you don't want to have that. So what I do is, I switch the old oldies and iron sight. So what you see on top of me is my Henry 3030, and when you see behind me is my Henry 22. That one can take 22 and 22 short, and both iron sight. And the way that I carry my ammunition is because it gets really cold and I need to have things on me. My 22, I carry it in an old, this is for... Man, I'm losing my thoughts. Oh yeah, electric tape. This is for electric tape. And so I reuse it, I repurpose it, and I carry about 100 rounds in here. Why I do this? Because it's a lot easier. Just open this, just open it, grab a bunch, and I feed them through the tube. Fairly easy. The 30-30, I keep about 10 rounds in a pouch like this. Very easy to get. Very easy, no big deal. Just in case. Quite honestly, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the 30-30 is more as an insurance than anything else. Most bears are asleep during winter. We may encounter wolves because we are out and about, so that's a firearm proper for that one. To deter any wolves. There may be a bear. Who knows? Sometimes bears don't hibernate. They don't have enough food, and they wander around. Well, that is the medicine for it too. And of course, if we get attacked by a moose, most attacks in wintertime happens with moose. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this is something that you may not agree with me, but like always, you got to do what is right for you, and I do what is right for me. During winter, it's really hard to have a firearm concealed on you. And the reason is very simple. You have to wear thick gloves. These are the gloves that I use a lot. this actually I bought it at Costco, and very comfortable and nice and warm, to tell you the truth. But it's hard when you have this fingerlets that we're gonna be talking now in a minute, and this on, and then you have to pull when you have a vest, when you have a shirt, when you have a jacket. It's hard. So a lot of times what I do is, and again, this is, you have to do what is right for you. I carry a pocket pistol, aka a J-frame 38 special. That's what I carry. Okay, that's usually what I carry during winter, and I put 38 plus P in it, just in case. Now I have to be close, and I only have 5 shots, but 5 is better than none, right? But again, you have to do what it works for you. That is what works for me. You see what I'm saying? And Mrs. D carries the same thing. Now I talked to you about gloves. This is the method that I use. Now I have different gloves. When it gets really cold, I use the other ones. They have no fingers. Again, escaping my mind right now. I have not had enough coffee. But those I use if I'm gonna do snow machining and whatnot, and or the Argo, or it's really cold and I have to go outside, in the snow blow. But normally what I would use is something that is leather. I always use leather, and I need to have some sort of liner. This one do have a wool liner inside. It's not that thick. My other ones, they are more expensive. Do have wool inserts that you can put inside. So because I use this, and it doesn't have the wool inserts like the other ones, and quite frankly, these ones are a lot easier to replace than the other ones. What I do is I use this fingerlets. These are wool fingerlet gloves, and this ones I think I pay about $19 at Sportsman. I have it on, and you can have this. Honestly, when you're driving and whatnot, I just have it on, especially when we are out and about. And of course, I can put my hand in here, no problem. It's not too bulky. I mean, obviously, these ones are well used. I look like Mickey Mouse, but you get what I'm saying. And that's another reason why I switch firearms, because you see these gloves. Look, you see the difference in size? Well, and no, I don't have this ones with a big loop. It's not necessary. I can put my fingers in there perfectly fine, not a problem. I can reach the trigger perfectly fine, not a problem. The other ones, however, it's a different story. Even if I had to remove this, it will be easy enough, and my hand will be nice and warm. Not the tip of my fingers, but you get what I'm saying. So method to keep in mind if you want to stay warm. Now, think about it this way. If you're not warm, and if you lose the dexterity of your fingers, you're pretty much done for it. So, one recommendation that I have give you all in the past, and I will continue to give you the same recommendation, is have hand warmers. Like hand warmers. My favorite one is the simple hand warmer. But if you don't want to have that, what I do is in my jacket or in my vest, which we're going to be talking about that too, inside one of my pockets, I carry always a pack of hand warmers, just in case. I always carry one pack. You don't have to carry a whole bunch. One pack. What I do carry, however, in my pack is this. It's simple, not a simple, but a bag with 3 packs of each. 3 packs of hand warmers, 3 packs of foot warmers, and 3 packs of chest warmers. That way, if any of us need to use it, then we have it. You guys know how it is. Everybody looks at Dad and it's like, Dad, I'm cold. Can I have a hand warmer? So I try to carry pretty much everything that most of my family will need, just in case. I will also recommend you all to have a wool beanie. This is one of my favorite ones. I use another one that you guys have seen me before with strikes and whatnot. That one is really nice too. This one is the one that I use outdoors the most. The color, and it's 100% wool. It does get a little itchy from time to time, so keep that in mind. Now, let's move on to other things. And we got to discuss, like food and a couple of things that I have seen people sometimes. I don't want to call it a mistake, but things that I have seen, and if you can avoid it, will be for your benefit. Let's talk about water. I've seen folks having a metal container during winter. I will say avoid it during winter, and this is my favorite one. Don't get me wrong. I use not this one. This is the backup, but I use the Pathfinder bottle every single day. In fact, I have been using it every single day for the past 10 years. In fact, in my house, we don't drink from regular cups of water. We drink from our bottles. We keep our bottles full all the time, and which is even dinner time, we have a bottle right next to us, and that's what we use to drink water. But instead of using metal, switch to a plastic one. The reason is very simple. In cold weather, if you put metal and mouth together, you're going to lose all that skin. All of them. It is going to happen. It doesn't matter whether or not you have chapstick, which you should have on you all the time. AKA have it in your vest. Have chopsticks. You will need it. Trust me. And honestly, the switch is fairly easy. This is a nesting cup from Pathfinder. When you buy it, it comes with it. They do fit in here perfectly fine. So you see, you still have your nesting cup and everything. All you have to do is just switch the bottle. I'm telling you all, you will lose half of your skin and your lips. And when you have that in a cold weather environment, ooh, man, you're going to regret it. Now, another thing that I want to mention is that during winter, I switch. This is the gas that I use for, my jet boil, for my stove and whatnot. Well, I switch this one. This one is not meant for winter. And when I do is I switch it to the jet boil one. This one is for all season. Now, although it is for all season, sometimes you're going to have to stick it in your jacket to warm it up a little bit. Which it brings me to the next thing. A lot of folks carry these little stoves. These stoves are great to have. It does have their own igniter and everything. Whatever you do, have a lighter with you all the time. All the time, no matter what. Do not solely rely on this igniter. I'm only showing you this because I don't carry this per se. I carry the jet boil one, which to me it just makes more sense because it just boils the water fast. But have a lighter, and of course I do have a lighter, a simple lighter, which I'm more of a fan of it. Don't know why, I just like them better. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to food, a lot of folks will tell you all the time, oh, just get MREs. The regular MREs, and this is an open one, this is what you get in there. Just to give you an example, it does have the heating element that you pour water in it, and you heat up your food. Do not leave that in your car during winter. It will freeze solid. That's it. That's the best way I can put it. If you want to go the MRE route, get the cold weather MRE. The cold weather MRE has nothing more and nothing less than freeze-dried food, and it's something like this. It is Mountain House. If you don't want to spend money in that MRE, you can literally get a regular Mountain House, leave it in your car, and it will be just fine. I do, however, want to mention one key fact. You know how I always say, hey, I always get the long spoon. This is a metal spoon. Remember what I said earlier about the whole cup thing? Do not use a metal spoon during winter. Get an old MRE spoon, plastic, and use that. I'm telling you, you do not want to have metal and mouth together. You will lose more than what you're willing to lose. The last thing that I want to talk to y'all is your clothing. Your clothing is, well, let's just say that it's as important as your firearms. Why? Because your clothing will keep you warm. Now, you always see me with flannel shirts, and in fact, you're probably going to see me for the rest of the winter with almost the same exact shirts. Not because I wear the same, but because they all were bought, well, they all look the same pretty much. You're going to see me with a vest on it, and underclothes, you're not seeing me, but I do have what is called smart wool underneath. That way I stay warm. Now, your shoes, the same thing. Wool socks, winter boots. Winter boots are expensive, but they are totally worth the money. If you are a person who likes wearing jeans, you have the ability of getting jeans with the liner inside. Those are awesome. Very, very good, very nice and warm, and especially if you throw those long johns, there are smart wool, man, it will keep you nice and warmy. I'm telling you all. The last thing is a hat. I'm fixing to switch this hat already. This is my summer cap and whatnot, and you're probably gonna see me in the videos because when I walk in here, I just take the other one off and put this one in. It's just more comfortable. But keep in mind that you need to have something that is wool. Don't have anything like this, especially if you're working outside. Your ears are not going to be protected. A beanie will keep you protected. So those are a few things that I want to just share with y'all that have worked for me. Hopefully it gives you ideas on how to stay warm during winters. Hopefully it avoids any issues, because you don't want to go in there and try to heat up your food with something like this that it's not going to work in wintertime. You need something that is for season. I'm telling y'all right now, I have tested both. It did not work during winter. This one did. So, that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.